You goats, you scared the hell out of me. Where'd you go? They usually are never back this late. They got out somewhere and went foraging way off on the other side of the property into some woods somewhere, and I don't know, the rain must have hit and they must have all hunkered down somewhere. Scared the hell out of me, goats. The whole herd except for just a few back here, White Mama and Isabella and her 2 kids and Wilma. Everybody else is right here. Everybody accounted for. I don't count goats, folks. I just look around and I see who's there, and you know, there are survivors. I don't sense any missing. We just lost a mama just a couple nights ago. Her 2 little bucklings, these 2 little black guys here, they're without the mama now, and man, it's heartbreaking to hear her cry out and the babies cry back her last moments. It's the life to be out here. It's the life we've chosen. It's a very tough life. We're dealing with the toughest of nature's forces. It's amazing how dangerous water can be. Of course, we are in a flood zone surrounded by swamps and rivers and 35 acres of lakes. And there's more water than there is dry land on our land. And third of the days of the year, or it's raining, right? It's wet out here a lot. Oh, we love the rain. We love the water. We'd much rather be here than in a droughful desert. I'm telling you that. But wow, the forces that work against us, the parasites, the water, the extreme heat, the extreme cold, the exposure, the northern winds, the sudden storms. The forces are against us, but we're surviving, and we're getting tougher and tougher as we go along. And I look at each of these goats, I look at each of the does, I see that they have their babies. I see our wonderful bucks, Esteban here, Silvio, White Crown, the big blue buck here, and Magnar. And here's a doe that doesn't have a baby. She lost her precious baby. Such healthy, strong babies. 2 years in a row. It's in a late stage too. It's just incredible forces that work against us out here. But we are conquering through fencing, through growing of crops, through the best possible practices for these goats. We're doing a lot, and we're going to see more and more of just how wonderful these goats are, how hardy they are, but yet how well cared for they are. And they're very worthy of giving birth and having future generations with us all. They're so precious. Yes, and here are the laggards. We're back here. They just actually had a bit of some feed, and the other goats want to catch up on some of that. I think I'll go get them some. All right, goats, let's go get some feed. Okay, this is going to be tough because I opened the door to the place where the feed is, and they're going to come rushing into it. So I have to trick them, or I have to outrun them, which is impossible probably at this point, right? I can't run faster than these guys. But I got to go get there and get some feed out for them. Let's see, how are we doing this? Here's our 3-legged mama, Alina. Alina. Such a precious little doe. We saved her life. She almost was going under. Severe accident, shattered the front part of her leg. She was taking on gangrene. There was no setting the bones. They were too fractured up, and her leg had to come off, but we did it with skill. We learned all we could. We minimized the pain, and we got her through it, and she's just been so healthy. She came right through it. She's just been onward and forward, just shiny coat, upward tail, great spirit, and a shining light to the world. She showed us who is real and who's not. People that were going to persecute us for treating the goat, and friends that who didn't, who unfriended us. Okay, Alina, you shine the light. You shine the light. You shine the light on the evil, on the bad in people, even people that you've trusted for a long time. People are evil. Wow, how can you find in this world yet someone who's good and honest and hardworking like we are? Who care truly for the critters and for the humans of this world who are worthy of anything. More and more, that's the problem. Who's worthy of anything? They're so selfish, so gluttonous and short-sighted, indulging in just some short-term pleasures. They have no missions. They have no goals to enhance life and preserve, and it's just all about them stuffing their faces and feeding their senses and drinking, their woes away. People are evil en masse. The masses of them are. The majority of them are so dangerous, and it just becomes a mission of ours to detach, to get away, to protect ourselves, to protect these precious animals from them, for God's sake. These animals don't deserve them. They don't deserve that mistreatment. You think these animals will be living here with this land and this beautiful place and everything if there were humans here that would have their say? Most of them, no. Most of them, vastly, most of them by far, 999 and 1,000 would kick the goats out and make their homes here. They would live here. They would build. They would make it their place. Some few would put them in a small fenced-in area and feed them some hay and feed or something. Not us. This land is their land. This land is our land, goats. No, we're not going to start singing. Our life is our song out here. All these wonderful native plants that grow, the seasons, the shrubs, the bushes, all the grasses and herbs, and all these different trees, the vines that grow up. It just, everything is in flux and blooming at different times and dying and coming back to life. And these goats thrive on so much that grows out here in this green, beautiful, wet world. But they need help. As we know, in the winter, these greens die down. The goats wouldn't survive if it weren't for our growing of special crops that grow in the winter, of our harvesting of different trees and putting them in areas where there's still some young, like pine trees that are still green. There's special efforts, hay that's grown in other seasons, good quality hay that doesn't grow here, and then other hay that we do grow here. There are mineral supplements and different types of high protein feed like alfalfa cubes. There are different mineral supplements in free form and in salt licks and just liquid. There are different things we do to boost the nutrition of these goats in the winter. Right, Esteban? My precious little bottle baby buck, now grown up and sire of many of the young ones here. Here's one of his wives. All right, folks, it's time for me to go sneak over there, grab a bunch of feed and put it out. These goats deserve a treat.